Hello friends, my last video is about the PCR and now in this video I will be covering the different components of PCR master mix and their role. Okay, so for you I have already listed the main 6 component of the PCR master mix, and these are template DNA, the second is DNA polymerase, third is primers, fourth is DNTPs, fifth is cofactor MgCl2 and sixth is the buffer. So without any of these components, our PCR reaction is not going to work. So let's see one by one the importance of these components. Okay, so first is template DNA. Okay, so template DNA, it can be genomic DNA. So for PCR we can either use genomic DNA as a starting material, and that starting material is known as template. Okay, or it can be cDNA, that is the complementary DNA, or we can also amplify the plasmid DNA. Okay, so with these three we can start our PCR reaction. So in general, for the plasmid DNA, the concentration of DNA should be around 0.1 to 1 nanogram. Okay, and for the genomic DNA it is around 5 to 50 nanogram. Okay, and why the template concentration is very important for the PCR reaction? Because DNA is input is important, because higher amount of the input, it will increase the risk of non-specific amplification. That is, if there is high DNA, higher amount of DNA, then there is risk of non-specific amplification. And what do you mean by non-specific? Non-specific is mean by that it will amplify those regions in which we are not interested. Okay, and second, if there is a lower amount of DNA, finally what we will get a reduced amount of, or the lower amount of yield. Okay, so lower amount of final yield. So it is very important to play with the template DNA concentration to get the successful amount of amplification. Okay, then come the another important component, that is the DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase, especially the Taq DNA polymerase, is very important and widely used for the PCR reaction. So Taq means it is the DNA polymerase that is acquired from the species known as T for Thermus, AQ is for Aquaticus, Thermus aquaticus DNA polymerase, and this is the polymerase which is widely used for the PCR. And the main property of this polymerase is that they are the thermostable. Okay, that it can withstand high temperature also, and it can incorporate nucleotide at a rate of 60 bases per second at 70 degrees Celsius. Okay, so in general, in a 50 microliter of reaction, around 1 to 2 unit of the DNA polymerase is required. Okay, this is the general concentration that is recommended for the polymerase. However, it is also necessary to adjust the enzyme input, because when in the template DNA, if there is the presence of inhibitor, then if we increase the amount of DNA polymerase, then it can improve our final yield. Okay, so then comes the third component, primers. So these are the, I told you in my earlier video also, that these are the synthetic DNA oligonucleotide. Okay, these are the synthetic DNA oligonucleotide, and these are very short stretch of DNA. It's a single stranded and it is around 15 to 30 bases in the length. Okay, these are complementary to the target region that we are going to amplify during the process of the PCR. So during PCR, what happened that DNA polymerase, they extend the primers from their 3' end. Okay, in the 3' end, the primer, they have the hydroxyl group. Okay, so the polymerase will extend the primer from their 3' end to generate the complementary strand of the template DNA. Okay, then comes the DNTP. DNTP stands for the deoxynucleoside triphosphate, and we all know that there are 4 types of nucleotides. Okay, these are the 4 types, and these are DATP. Okay, this is for adenine, this is for tryptosine, C, okay, DCTP, DGTP, G is for guanine, and T is for thymine. Okay, so these are the different type of DNTPs: DATP, DCTP, DGTP, and DTTP. Okay, so they are required in equimolar concentration. Always remember that they are required in the equimolar concentration for the optimal base incorporation. So in my last video, I told you that when we are synthesizing a complementary strand during the PCR process, always the base that is complementary to the base on the template strand, it will be added. So they need to be in equal concentrations so that there will be no bias. Okay, so they are equally available. So that's why they are required in the equimolar concentration. So in general, for the PCR reaction, the concentration of each DNTP is around 0.2 millimolar. Okay, and also it can vary. Okay, then comes the cofactor MgCl2. So MgCl2 is very important because it's a cofactor for the activity of DNA polymerase. Okay, and it enables incorporation of DNTP. So magnesium ion, they at the active enzyme sites, they catalyze the formation of phosphodiester bond. Okay, so these ions, they catalyze the formation of phosphodiester bond between the 3' hydroxyl group of primer, okay, and DNTP. So this is how the DNTP, so I have already told you, this is our template strand. Here the primer will bind. Okay, so this is the 3' end of the primer. So suppose if the sequence of the template strand is ATGC, so we know that the next nucleotide on the another strand which is going to be synthesized will be TACG. Okay, so the addition of the nucleotide to the 3' hydroxyl group of the primer for the extension, okay, for synthesizing the new complementary strand, this cofactor will play an important role. Okay, so that is why it is very highly required in the PCR reaction. So the general concentration that is required for MgCl2 is 1 to 4 millimolar of MgCl2. Okay, again this we can play around the concentration of MgCl2, because if there is low concentration of magnesium chloride, there will be no formation of PCR product, okay, due to the reduced activity of the DNA polymerase. However, if the MgCl2 is present in the abundance, then also there is a chances of high non-specific amplification. Okay, and at the last, the buffer. So buffer is a solution which resists the pH change. So this is all the chemical process. So we want everything to be stable and there should be no fluctuation. Okay, so buffer, it will play a role for that, and it provides suitable chemical environment for this reaction to occur. Okay, for the reaction. Okay, so in general, the pH of buffer, it is around 8 to 9. Okay, and this is maintained by the chemical known as tris HCl. Okay, so these are various component of PCR master mix, and that I tried to explain you. I hope I made it clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.